Hi students. In previous session, we have discussed about introduction to web technologies. So in yesterday class, I've told about what are client-side technologies and what are server-side technologies. Like all these we have discussed. And in yesterday class, what we have discussed is let me recap, then we'll move to the next options. So in yesterday class, I've told about a client system and a server system. So client system has a browser and a server system has a web server. So browser is an application and web server is also an application. Web server is also an application. So when we are working with like when web server is used, web server is a software or an application used to store and to run the websites. So whenever you want to store and run the websites, then we can use a web server. Okay, web server is used. And here we can see two pages here. Website has two types of pages, static pages and dynamic pages. So HTML pages are called as static pages. Then they are controlled or managed by the browser. So whenever you want to show the same information to all the users accessing the website, then HTML pages we can use like static pages. So HTML is a client side, works in browser. So along with HTML pages or HTML files, we can use other client-side technologies like JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, then DOM, Document Object Model, then Angular, and next is React.js. All these we can use. All these we are going to use. All these are client-side, works in browser. So that's why we are saying all these as client-side technologies. Okay, and here we can see dynamic pages also. So dynamic pages are controlled or managed by the web server in the server system. And when we are working with dynamic pages, like from user to user, information will change. Server will not show the same information to all the users accessing the website. Okay, and when we are working with dynamic pages, so to create dynamic pages or dynamic websites, then we have to use server-side technologies like backend technologies. Will say server-side technologies means we can say PHP, JSP, then servlets. JSP servlets means related to Java. ASP.NET, ASP.NET MVC related to .NET. Then Ruby on Rails, Django, Node.js, all these are server-side technologies, or we can say backend technologies, works with dynamic pages. Okay, so with dynamic pages, whatever information we store, we save, like it is safe, it is secured, and it will allow you to communicate with the database. So dynamic pages can be integrated with database, like sending the data, receiving the data, all these. So here UI technologies or web technologies. So these classes will be for 45 days like that. I'm going to take 45 days. So in 45 days, we'll discuss in-depth HTML, like all the HTML tags, including HTML5. And then the JavaScript also we'll discuss. JavaScript means here you will learn manual JavaScript. Manual JavaScript means we'll write the code. We'll write a program, we'll create functions, and we'll execute. So in JavaScript, you will learn data types in JavaScript, operators, if condition, for loop, while loop, do while, then arrays, functions, then working with HTML controls, working with control events. Then we'll discuss about all JavaScript objects, then cookies, exception handling. Like all these we are going to discuss in JavaScript. Then after that, we'll discuss about CSS. Cascading style sheet, we'll discuss about the selectors. Then advanced selectors we'll discuss. And then we'll see many examples in CSS. So there what we do is we'll create selectors and we'll use creating the selectors and we'll use the selectors. that we are going to do it. Manually, we'll write the code, just like JavaScript. And then jQuery is there. So we'll discuss about all the jQuery concepts which are available, which are there. Okay. So in jQuery, we'll discuss about jQuery HTML, jQuery CSS, jQuery, then Ajax, jQuery FX, animation, jQuery widgets, controls. Like all these we are going to discuss. And then we'll discuss about Bootstrap also. So in a Bootstrap, predefined selectors are there. So we should call and we can make use of it. So in that we'll discuss about container selector, Jumbotron selector, then button selectors, form selectors. Then we'll work with a navigation control, then a grid. All these we'll discuss, and we'll discuss about a document object model also. So DOM is used to communicate JavaScript with HTML. There we'll use many JavaScript functions to work with information, to work with the data. And we'll see 2-3 examples related to Angular, and we'll see 2-3 examples using React.js also. Like all these we are going to discuss in our particular classes. So those who have missed yesterday's session, so you please talk to online team. So they will give you the URL of that yesterday's demo. So you please listen. Like I've told many things in that demo session. So today I'm going to give introduction to HTML. Like we'll see the theory part and we'll see 1 or 2 examples. Then every day we'll see some tags related to HTML. Like we'll complete HTML, then after that JavaScript, then CSS, then jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM. All these we are going to see one by one. We are going to see here. So when we are working with like HTML here, so HTML is it is a client-side markup language used for creating the web pages. So whenever you want to design web pages or whenever you want to display information in the browser, then we can use HTML. So in HTML we can see versions. HTML4 is there, then XHTML is there, then HTML5 is there. Like HTML5 is the latest one what we are using now. Okay, and when you are working with HTML here, like to create HTML pages or to create HTML files, we can use a different editors or IDEs we can use here. Like we can use Adobe Dreamweaver, then CMonkey, then Coffee Cup, TextPad, Notepad, Pico for Linux OS, then simple text edit, then text wrangler for Mac OS. Like all these are there. All these we are going to use, and we can use IDEs also. Like integrated development environments are there. Like we can use Sublime, and we can use Atom, PyCharm, then Eclipse, then NetBeans. Like many are there. Like in any editor, in any IDE, so you can create HTML file or we can create HTML page, then we can execute. So HTML works in all the popular browsers. So in every browser, HTML will works, because in popular browsers, we can see HTML parser, JavaScript parser, then XML parser, all these are there, all these are used. So here when we say about parser, it is an interpreter or it is the translator used to convert HTML to a browser understandable code. So browser should understand HTML, then it should give the result. So in other languages, we are going to use use the compilers, interpreters, all these. Like when we say about HTML, here we can see the parser here. Parser we are seeing here in browser, with the browser. And here when you are working with HTML, so HTML tags are not case sensitive. So HTML is having many predefined tags. Many are there. Like they are not case sensitive. Okay. So when I say about case sensitive, like for example, if I give tag like this, so this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. And here I'll say his head, and here I'll give the closing tag here, and here I'll use opening tag, and here I'll give the closing tag is given here. Okay, so here opening tags and closing tags are in the same case. Okay, but here if I say body tag, and if I give like this, so here you can see opening tag is in small letters, and closing tag is in capital letters. It will work. It works because HTML tags are not case sensitive. So opening tag is in lowercase, closing tag is in uppercase. It will work. It works. Okay. And here if I give head tag here, H small is given. Here if I give capital H. So here you can see this is in lowercase and this is in uppercase. So it will works. Okay. So you can show difference in the case between opening tags and closing tags. So while writing the tags also, you can write in any case, like lowercase or uppercase. In any case, you can write. It will works. So here with HTML, you'll be listening about XML also. So XML means extensible markup language. So HTML means hypertext markup language. XML is there. So XML is not alternate to HTML. HTML is used to display information in browser. Okay, XML is not for displaying information in browser. XML is used to store, carry, and used to transform the data. So whenever you want to store data in XML files, we can store. And whenever you want to carry the data from client to server, server to client, and whenever you want to transform the data. So if you want to transform the data, if you want to convert the data from one format to another format, then data conversions can be done easily with XML. Okay, so that is the use of XML. So when you are working with XML, XML tags are case sensitive. XML tags are case sensitive, and XML will not have any predefined tags. So we have to define our own tags, and then we should write the code like this. Like here I'll say first name. So first name is user defined tag we are giving. Then last name. So it is not predefined. So here last name. So we have to define our own tags, and then we have to store the data. Whatever tags we are giving, they are case sensitive. Okay. If opening tag is in lowercase, closing tag should be in lowercase. If there is difference, it won't work. Okay. So in HTML, here we can see three types of tags we can see here. Three types of tags we can see: container tags, non-container tags, and we can see special entities here. Special entities. So container tags means every opening tag should have closing tag like this. HTML/HTML, then body/body is given. Okay, container tags are there. These does not have any closing tags won't be there. Like we can use a break HR, break horizontal. Like break means it will move the cursor to the next line. Horizontal ruler means it will show horizontal line. Okay, and here we can see special entities also. So special entities means starts with ampersand, ends with semicolon. Like ampersand NBSP is there. So this is used to get one character space. Okay, to get one space, we'll use this. Okay, if you want to get 5 spaces, I should use that for 5 times. Then ampersand GT semicolon less than semicolon, then ampersand AMP, ampersand QOT, ampersand apostrophe. Like to get these symbols, so these special entities are used. And here when you are working with HTML5 here, when you are working with HTML5, HTML5 works in Internet Explorer 9.0 and later versions. And here I can use Google Chrome 6.0 and later versions. So here I'm using Internet Explorer 11. I'm using here Internet Explorer 11. We are using. So here, after opening Internet Explorer, here you can see, click on here about Internet Explorer is there. Click on tools icon, about Internet Explorer 11. So 11 we are using here. And if you take Google Chrome here, so Google Chrome version 84 I'm using. So here help about Google Chrome. Click on tools. So here now it is showing 85 it is giving. Like this is a recent update. Okay, recently updation is done. Till yesterday it is 84 only. Now it is showing 85 here. So we are using Google Chrome version 85 we are using. So HTML5 tags works in Internet Explorer 9 and later versions, Google Chrome 6 and later versions. So in HTML5 what all tags are there here? So we are using we are going to use all the tags here. All the tags will be using here. So here you can see the tags here. Like in HTML5, you'll be learning about canvas tag, then iframe, then audio, video, then abbreviation, applet, article, figure, then header, footer, SVG, then web storage. All these are there. So all these are related to HTML5. So students can learn all these. Okay, so I'll be teaching all this. And when you are working with HTML, then we use HTML follows DTD standards like document type definition. So this contains a set of standards or rules that all the web technologies or markup languages should follow. Okay, so these standards are given by W3C organization. W3C means World Wide Web Consortium. So while learning, while practicing, we can create files as we like. But when you are doing working on real-time projects or live projects, then there are certain rules. Like there are some rules that we need to follow. Okay, so in that case, we can work with. We have to follow. We have to follow the standards given by this organization. So if you want to know about this organization here, so here I'll type w3.org. So here you can see this. So here this organization deals with the various things here. So here it will show all the information here. And here if you want to give comments in HTML files, then here we can give like this, less than, then exclamation mark, 2 hyphens. And here you can give like this, 2 hyphens, greater than, and we can give like this. And for multi-line comments, we can use like this also. Like this we can use. And for single line comment, we can use a // for single line comment. This is also allowed. Will be using it. And here while creating a HTML file here, then this is the structure of the HTML file here. Like it will show what should be there here. So you can see less than, exclamation mark, doc type HTML. So this is used to specify HTML version to the browser. Whenever you want to specify HTML version to the browser, then we can use a doc type HTML can be used. And here you can see HTML is a root tag or parent tag that we are using here. And here we are using XML-NS. XML-NS means XML namespace. Before I've told like what is XML. like extensible markup language. It is used to store, carry, and to transform the data. Using XML, we can create a new markup languages. We can create a new markup languages. That possibility is there. Okay, and XML is like next of this XML, like JSON is there, like JSON, JavaScript object notation. So that is used for transferring the data. Compared with XML, it is lightweight. Lightweight means less coding will be there. Like lightweight means we'll say write less, do more. So less coding will be there and it works faster. So here in XML namespace, here we are giving the URL of the organization. So when we give like this, then it is used to check the file, whether it is created according to the IT standards or not, or rules given by W3 organization or not. Okay. So when you are learning the program, so no need to give this attribute and value. No need to give this. Okay. Without this, it will work. But while learning, while practicing, I'm saying. So in the HTML, you can see two tags here. Like header tag is there and body tag you can see. So header tag is used for declarations and body tag is used to display the information in the browser. So whenever you want to display the information, okay, then body tag we can use a body tag. Body tag can be used like anything, advertisements, images, controls, anything. Body tag is used. So header tag means whenever declarations are required, we can use a header tag. So in a header tag, we can use all these tags here. So here you can see script tag is there, then style tag, link tag, object tag, meta tag, all these are there here. All these are there. Okay. So while working with this script tag here, when we use a script tag in HTML file it is used to write JavaScript code in HTML file, JavaScript or VB script. Okay. So difference is VB script works only in Internet Explorer. JavaScript works in all the popular browsers. Okay. So if you want to write JavaScript code in HTML file or else in HTML page, then a script tag is used. And a style tag is there. It is used to write a CSS code in HTML file. So whenever you want to write a CSS code in HTML file, then we can use this style tag can be used. Okay, and link tag is also there. So whenever you want to call CSS files into HTML file, if you create a separate CSS file, and if you want to call that CSS file into HTML file or else into HTML page, then link tag we can use it. And here you can see object tag is there. It is used to call flash files or Silverlight files in a HTML file into HTML page. Like in real time, like web designers will use other tools also. Like they will be using HTML, JavaScript, CSS, all this, but they may use other tools also, like Adobe Flash, they may use Adobe Flash. So using Adobe Flash, they can design the advertisements or panels or boxes which will come and disappear or will close the panel like frame. Then designing the website title, website logo, like anything related to designing. So they will use a Flash software, Adobe Flash, and to call those files, object tag is used. So .NET programmers will use Silverlight here. Silverlight software is there. Using Silverlight software, whatever designing that they want to do, they can do it. Okay. So using Silverlight files, they can call Silverlight files into HTML file. They can call. Okay. And here when we are working with this meta tag here, meta tag is there. It is used to reload the page or refresh the page according to the given interval or time. Okay. So like many years back, if they want to update the page after the page is loaded in the browser, and if they want to get the information, updated information, then users used to press F5. When they press F5, then page is to reload. Like many years back, it is like that. But without reloading the page, if you want to get updated information from the server, like in the browser, then we can use meta tag. So based on the given interval, like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, then page will reload directly from the server. No need to press F5 again and again. So the problem with the meta tag is the whole page will come from the server. For every 2 seconds, 3 seconds, the user interface, the data, advertisements, images, like page will have lot of content. Like every time it will update. Okay, so to avoid that, Ajax is introduced. Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So using Ajax functionality in web pages, like before, what used to happen is the page is to go as request, the data, everything, and we used to get page as response. Okay, so if a page is going as request, if page is coming as response, a lot of data will be there. Like we can see a lot of data. So in that case, it will degrade the execution performance. There will be more burden on the server. Like all these issues are there. That's why in every website, we have to implement Ajax functionality. So in in Ajax, we can see 4 types. Okay, like JavaScript Ajax, Microsoft Ajax, ASP.NET Ajax, jQuery Ajax. Like 4 are there. So now we are going to use jQuery Ajax. Like in the jQuery classes, you will learn like how this Ajax works in websites. So with Ajax functionality, what we can do is we can send only the required values to the server as a request, not the whole page. And we can get only the values, required values from the server. So every time page will not load. After the page is loaded in the browser, any page, whatever page you are seeing, after the page is loaded in the browser, then we can update browser server can update some portions of the page, some parts of the page directly in the browser without reloading. Without reloading the page again and again, then server can update some portions of the web page, some parts of the web page directly in the browser itself. Okay, then what happened here? So page is not coming again. Only data is coming from the server. So using Ajax functionality, we are sending only data as request. We are getting only data as the response. So about all these, we are going to see in detail in jQuery examples we are going to discuss. So when we write only meta tag in HTML pages, only meta tag, then page will go as request, will get page as page will reload according to the given interval. So to avoid this, we can use a jQuery as jQuery functionality. All these we can implement. Okay, so now introduction to HTML is finished. A few examples, lines we have discussed. So now we'll see the first example here. So here I'll create a page with a title, and then here I want a horizontal line here, like a blue line I want. So this is a first example. We are starting examples with this. So here I'm using Notepad. You can use other editors, other IDEs you can use. Like in my system, Sublime is there. Sublime, I'm not using a Sublime here. Like you may have PyCharm, or you may have some other IDE, or you may have Adobe Dreamweaver. You can use it. Okay. So working with a Notepad is very difficult here, because only editor, you have to type everything manually. So here you will not get IntelliSense, like displaying the methods, properties. When I give dot, all will not be there here. So if you know how to work with how to work in Notepad, in other editors, in other IDs, easily you can work, because they are very easy to work. Okay, so here in Notepad, I'm giving like this HTML, and here title is given here. So here slash title is given. So title is used to display the heading in a browser tab. In browser tab, it will show the heading. And here I'll use body. So head tag we are not using because in beginning examples will not give any declarations. Declarations won't be there. So here in body tag, opening tag is given, closing tag, and here closing of HTML is given. So in body tag, we can use a background color of the page. Cyan or cyan is given. So this will change the background color. BG color is the property or attribute. Cyan is the value. So opening tags will have attributes and values. Attributes means properties. And here I'm using H1. So here heading 1 is there, then align center. So here this is a heading given here, /H1. So this is the attribute and this is the value we are giving. And here I'll say HR. And here color blue is given. So opening tags will have attributes. Attributes or properties. And then we are giving the values also here. So here file save. And here I'll say file1.html. So here you can see we are saving the file on the desktop here. You can save in any location. And here I'm giving the file name as file1.html. This is the extension. So here extension is compulsory because we are creating files in Notepad. Notepad default extension is .txt. That's why we are giving .html here. Okay, file is created. So here you can see file1 HTML file. So here right click on this, open with Google Chrome. So when you double click on it, it will open in default browser. But here I want to open this in Google Chrome. That's why I'm selecting like this. So like this we'll get here. So this is the page that we are seeing. Okay. So here what I did is I wrote some lines in Notepad, then executed in the browser. Okay. So when I'm doing like this, here I'm not, for this example, internet connection is not required. Okay. And here web server is also not required. We will not use web server in all the chapters, like in HTML, JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap. Will not use a web server here. Without web server, like whatever examples we'll see, like internet connection is not required. Internet connection is required only for some examples. I will tell which example requires internet connection. Then we need to use it. So like this given here. So when you are working with HTML here, you can see like 16 named colors. 16 named colors means here I can write red, green, blue, then yellow, then pink, gray, maroon, then violet. Like many other colors will be there. All we can use it. 16 named colors we can use. So here I'll say yellow. So file save, then F5 to reload the page. So here you can see this. So like this, you can write the names here. Whichever color you want, you can give. And here we can use hexadecimal coding. So here I'll use hash, then FF 0000 is given. So here we are using 6 values we are giving. Okay. So hexadecimal code means it will be from 0 to 9 and A to F. So here we are using like up to F we are going to use. So when we say F here, so it will show in dark color. Any color we select, it will be in dark color. So if you want in light color like a transparent or anything, then we have to change the number to B or C, anything we can use. Like here I'm using like this. So this will show red color here. So here I'll use green. So here blue is given. And here I'll use like this. So here all zeros means it is showing in black color here. Okay. And here if I give like this C3, C3, then C3. So this will show in a light gray color, it will show here. In a light gray color, it will give. Okay. So here we can use named colors, and also we can give the colors here. Like using hexadecimal, you can see the colors. See here, you can see H1 is given. H1 to H6 is there. So H1 will show the text in big size. So if you want to show in small size, we can use HT or H2 or H3, H4, H5, H6 we can use. So H6 will show the text in small. In a small size, it will give the text, it will give. Okay. So here you can see the notes here. So here you can see notes here. Like you can see assignments, Bootstrap, jQuery controls, jQuery, then here HTML, JavaScript files. Like this is my class notes here. Okay, so once if you are registered for the course, then I will send you the recorded video, then notes also I will send. Every day I will send you the recorded session. Then whatever material is there here, class notes, that related class notes I'll send to your mail IDs I will send. And here you can see mark tag is there here, Marquee tag. So this is used to scroll the text. So whenever you want to move the text in many websites, we'll see like a text will move or images will move. So in different locations in the web page, you can move the text, not only one location. You can make the text to scroll like 2, 3 text. You can scroll. That we can do it with a Marquee tag. We can do that. So in Marquee tag, we can see the attributes here, properties like behavior, then direction, BG color, scroll delay, scroll amount, all these are there. So we'll see how this mark tag will works in the page. And here I'm writing this code when executed. Here you can see in a tab it is giving. This is the heading it is giving. So that means it is given in title tag. Whatever is given in title tag, it is showing here. So here I'm deleting this title tag. So now not necessary, I'm deleting this. So body background color also I'll delete. And H1 align center I'm deleting here because the text should move. Then horizontal line also I'm deleting. Okay. So now here in a H1, in a heading 1, here I'm using Marquee tag. So Marquee tag is given here. So here you can see it is coming from right and it will move towards left, right to left. So it will move like a circle. So like a cycle, it will work like cycle. So it is going to left, again it will appear from right. Okay, like it is doing one rotation here, one round. Okay, but when it reaches to left margin, then if you want to make it this text to bounce back, come back. Okay, or else when it go to right, if you want to bring it to again left. So if you want to move the text within the browser width, within the browser size, then in Marquee tag we should use like a behavior equal to alternate. Okay, behavior equal to alternate is given, and here I'll use a BG color. Background color I'm just using. So here you can see the spelling here. So BHAVIOR. So if you write IOUR, it won't work. Only IOR. So now check this. So like this. So when it reaches to left margin, then it will bounce back here. Again, it will come back. See. Again, when it reaches to right margin, then again it will bounce back. It will come to left. Within browser width, it is moving here. And here we can use here I'm using direction equal to right. I'm using direction equal to right. So now it will move from left to right. It will move. See, left towards right. It will move now. Direction is a change here. So this is horizontal direction here. Okay. So vertical also we can use it. So vertical means we can use up or down. We can use. So here if I say up, like this is a vertical direction we are using here. Vertical. So in Google Chrome it won't work here. In Google Chrome it is not working. So we have to use Internet Explorer. We should use here. So here I'm using Internet Explorer for this attribute. So here open with Internet Explorer. So here you can see vertically it is moving. So this works in Internet Explorer, not in Google Chrome. Okay. And here we can use other attributes also. Other attributes we can use it. Here I'll say right I'm using, and here I'll say scroll delay 100 is given, and here I'll say scroll amount I'm using here. Scroll amount 100 is given. So here two attributes I'm using here. So delay means time. Scroll delay means time. So the time is given as 100. 100 means milliseconds. So 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second. Okay, 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second. And scroll amount is there. Amount means space. Okay, so here we are specifying how much space it should take for each jump. For every jump, how much space it should take. Like here it is like 100 pixels is given. So 100 pixels. Okay, pixels means we'll say dots, or we can say resolution. So in a laptop or desktop, we'll see resolution. So in laptops, we'll see 1366 pixels width, and 768 pixels height will be there. Width and height. Okay. So here we are giving. Here we are saying that here scroll delay 100 means for every jump, then it should take time. It should delay for 100 milliseconds for every jump. Okay, and here for every jump it should take 100 pixels space. 100 pixel space. This is a time, milliseconds. So this is the space, pixels. So before it is moving slow, now it will move fast. See. Okay, so here if I give like this, if I say 1000, delay means time. 1000 means what? 1 second. For every 1 second, it will take 100 pixel space. For every 1 second, so it will move very slowly. So slowly it will move. For every 1 second, it will take this space. If you want to move again, if you want to be like it, we should be very slow. Then we can write 5,000 means 5 seconds. So it may be very slow. 2000 I'll give 2 seconds. And here if I give for every 2 seconds, 500 pixels jump, if I say. So here I'm using 100 and 100 I'm using. So sometimes we need to move the text slow, sometimes fast. Then we can give this. We can check. Like this we can give. Okay. So here this is the example for Marquee tag. So like if you want these notes and if you want the recorded videos to your mail IDs, then you please talk to online team. Then I can send you the notes and all this. In tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss about ordered list, unordered list. Then we'll discuss about internal hyperlink, external hyperlink. Then slowly we'll move to other options in HTML. So today only I've started HTML. Yesterday I've told about overview about all the web technologies. So if you want yesterday's session also, please talk to online team. They will give the URL, website address, the URL of that video in YouTube, so that you can watch. Okay. So I'm stopping now. Tomorrow we can continue with other options. So any doubts, students? Any doubts, you can please ask. Okay. So please talk to online team regarding the registration and all, so that I can send the notes and the videos I can send to your mail IDs. Okay. So tomorrow we'll continue.